Attention! If you or someone you love relies on Social Security, you need to hear this. Because the way the Social Security Administration communicates is changing, and missing a notice, whether it arrives by mail or digitally, can create real consequences. There's a lot of talk right now about the SSA moving more communication online, and while not every detail you hear on social media is accurate, the direction is clear. The agency is pushing harder toward online accounts, electronic notices, and faster verification processes. If you're not set up for that, or you think, "I'll see it when it comes in the mail," you can get caught off guard by deadlines. And in some situations, if SSA needs information from you and you don't respond on time, benefits can be suspended until you do. Welcome back to Senior Security Benefits. I'm George. If you depend on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, or Medicare, subscribe and turn on notifications, because I post practical updates like this to help you avoid preventable delays, preventable overpayments, and preventable benefit interruptions. My goal is simple: fewer surprises, fewer missed deadlines, and more control over your own benefits. Now let me explain what's really happening in plain English. The Social Security Administration has always sent important notices: verification requests, benefit changes, overpayment letters, review notices, and appointment letters. Traditionally, most of that came through the mail. Over time, SSA has been modernizing. That includes expanding what you can do inside a My Social Security account, using stronger identity verification, and in many cases offering paperless communication, where notices are delivered through your online account. Some people also receive email or text alerts that say something like, "You have a new message," prompting you to log in and read it. Here's the key detail many people misunderstand. The SSA generally does not email you your private benefit information. What they may do is send an alert telling you to log in. The actual notice is often inside your My Social Security inbox. And that's exactly why missing one email can still matter. If you rely on that alert to tell you a notice exists, and the alert goes to spam, or you don't check email, or you don't log in, you can miss a deadline even though the notice was delivered digitally. So when people say, "If you miss one email, your check gets cut off," that's an oversimplification. But the underlying risk is real. If SSA requests information and you don't respond by the deadline, whether the request reached you by mail or through your online account, SSA can pause benefits in certain cases until the issue is resolved. And getting payments restarted is not always quick. It can take phone calls, documents, appointments, and processing time. That's where the financial nightmare happens. Rent is due, groceries don't wait, prescriptions don't wait, but SSA processing does. So what do you do to protect yourself? Step 1 is to make sure SSA can actually reach you reliably. That means your mailing address, phone number, and email address need to be current. If you changed email accounts, switched phone numbers, moved, or stopped using the email SSA has on file, you need to update that. The worst possible setup is an old email you never check, because then you won't even know a message exists. The safest setup is an email you check frequently, tied to a phone you keep with you, with notifications turned on. Step 2 is to set up and secure your My Social Security account at ssa.gov. If you already have one, log in and make sure you can still access it. If you don't have one, set it up now, not later, because the setup process can take time if your identity has to be verified. Use strong passwords and turn on multi-factor authentication. Do not share your login with casual acquaintances, and do not let someone help you by taking over your account in a way that locks you out. If you need help, use a trusted family member and have them help you do it with you, not instead of you. Step 3 is to check your communication preferences. Some beneficiaries choose paperless notices and some prefer paper mail. The problem is that people sometimes opt into paperless without realizing what it means, or a preference changes, and then they assume notices are still coming in the mail when they're actually landing inside the online inbox. You want to be intentional about that choice. If you truly want paper mail, confirm you're set for mail. If you're comfortable online, paperless can be fine, but only if you actually log in and monitor messages regularly. Step 4 is to build a notice routine. This sounds simple, but it's powerful. Pick a consistent schedule, every Monday morning, for example, and do 3 quick checks. Check your email, including spam, check your My Social Security messages, and open any mail from SSA the same day it arrives. Do not stack SSA letters on the counter for later. Most benefit disasters start with a letter someone didn't open. Step 5 is to understand deadlines and what suspension really means. If SSA says you must respond within a certain number of days, take it seriously. Suspension usually means benefits are paused pending verification or a required review, not that you permanently lose eligibility. But the time it takes to fix it can be financially devastating. In other words, even if it's reversible, it can still be a crisis. The goal is to never let it get to that point. Step 6 is to keep documentation like it's a financial insurance policy. Create a folder, paper, digital, or both, and keep every SSA notice, every response you send, every fax confirmation, every receipt, and a simple call log with dates, times, and names. If you ever need to prove you responded, or you need to appeal a decision, that folder can save you months of back and forth. Now let's talk about why this is happening, because understanding the why helps you plan. SSA is under pressure. High workload, staffing challenges, and rising service demand. Printing and mailing millions of letters is expensive and slow. Digital delivery is faster and cheaper and creates a clearer record of when something was issued. That's why the agency prefers it. But here's the gap. Millions of seniors don't use email regularly, don't have reliable internet, don't have smartphones, or live in areas where connectivity is inconsistent. And even people who do use email can miss messages because spam filters are not perfect. This is why advocates keep pushing for safeguards, meaning clear opt-in rules, continued paper options, and better education before any bigger shift. That leads to another major warning: scams. Anytime SSA communication changes, scammers immediately exploit the confusion. They'll send fake SSA verification emails, fake My Social Security locked texts, fake calls saying your benefits will stop, and fake links that steal your login. Remember this: SSA will not email you demanding your Social Security number, demanding money, or threatening arrest. SSA will not ask you to pay a fee to keep benefits active. No gift cards, no crypto, no wire transfers. If you get a message claiming you must click a link to prevent suspension, do not click it. Go directly to ssa.gov by typing it in yourself, or call the official number, 1-800-772-1213. If you want to verify a notice, you verify it through official channels, not through the link someone sent you. Now, for family members watching this, if your parent, grandparent, or disabled loved one receives benefits, this is a moment to get involved in a respectful, practical way. Sit down with them and confirm 3 things. Their mailing address is correct, their phone number is correct, and their email is one they actively use. Then confirm they can access their My Social Security account, or help them set it up. If they truly cannot manage online access due to cognitive decline or health issues, talk with SSA about the appropriate legal tools, such as being an authorized representative in a specific matter, or representative payee arrangements if necessary. Don't jump to those options unless they're needed, but don't ignore the situation if the person is genuinely unable to manage their notices. Also understand that this issue doesn't only affect retirees. It affects SSDI recipients, SSI recipients, and survivor beneficiaries too. Anytime SSA needs to verify eligibility, conduct a review, confirm living arrangements, especially for SSI, confirm work activity, or resolve an overpayment, they send notices with deadlines. If you miss them, you can lose time and money even when you're fully eligible. So here's the practical do this today checklist. First, go to ssa.gov and confirm you can log into your My Social Security account or create one. Second, confirm your contact information is current: mailing address, phone, and email. Third, check whether you are set for paperless communication or paper mail, and make sure it matches how you actually live. Fourth, set a weekly routine to check your SSA account messages and your email spam folder. Fifth, keep a folder of SSA correspondence and a simple call log. And sixth, if you receive any notice that looks urgent or confusing, don't delay. Respond or verify immediately, because most SSA problems get harder, not easier, with time. The big idea here is this: you earned these benefits. The burden should not be on seniors to become tech experts just to keep receiving what they're entitled to. But until the system is perfectly protected, which it isn't, the best defense is being proactive. If you take these steps now, you reduce the risk of missing a deadline, you reduce the risk of a suspended payment, and you reduce the risk of getting pulled into a scam. If this helped you, share it with one person who needs it, especially an older relative who doesn't use email much. And if you want, tell me in the comments, do you currently receive paper notices or are you paperless? I'll make a follow-up video showing exactly where to check communication preferences and how to set up safe alerts without exposing yourself to scams.